everyone, I'm here to give you a little JOANNS walkthrough. So all the way through Saturday, which depending on when you're watching this will be March 10th, they are having an additional friends and family 25% off. So I thought I would do a little walkthrough of the store of what is already marked down and what you can get your extra 25% off on. So in the open stock paper section, they had all half off of open stock. So the 12 by 12 sheets. I also saw some of the 11 by 8.5 and a lot of designer and die cut sheets, foil sheets. So all of those are going to be half off plus the additional 25%. So I wanted to give you a good look at different colors. They had all kinds of different stuff, burlap, like I said, foil, they had some vellum, they had just plain old cardstock just in different weights and colors, and lots of designs. And it looks like even some of the larger sheets that you could use more as like a poster size, board size, are going to be half off. And then their paper stacks are, I believe, I want to say 60% off. And then you can get the additional 25% off. So the Zodiac collection from DCWV, don't know how new that is. It was new to me. Next up, I just thought I'd show you some of the planner stuff. It was pretty cleared out at this JOANNS, but there's actually a JOANNS that's further away from me that stocks a lot more stuff. So this isn't necessarily representing all JOANNS. A lot of the washi they had, so pretty much anything in the paper crafting department is going to be 40% off. So a lot of the washi stacks, and they're pretty similar in price to Michael's pricing, like $15 for one of those larger stacks. A lot of the pens that fall into the paper crafting category, including the Sakuras that are like the Moonlight, Souffle, Stardust pens, were all 40% off. Microns, and then JOANNS also has some different pen brands than Michael's. Like I noticed they have a lot more Marvies. They have some of the ombre inks and tons of stamps. This was all 40% off. Then into memento pens, this all fell into the paper crafting category. So they had the embossing ink set, some by Stampenda, some by Hampton Art. They had 3 different types of perfect pearl sets, and I believe those were all, I want to say 15 a piece. They even had some Viva Decor pens, which I was really surprised. I hadn't seen those in a while. If you guys all remember, Inca Gold was Viva Decor also. But I did not see any Inca Gold. They had the Dilution sprays. Those all were going to be 40% off. And Studio G and those teardrop type stamp pads. I cannot remember the brand of those, but like you can see, they had a ton of different color combinations of those. And then stencils, a lot of different glitters, like the Ranger glitter glue. I cannot remember the name of those right now. And then the die and stamp sets, and also just stamp sets, 40% off. And in the Doris embossing folders, those were half off. And then paper crafting flowers, acetate, die cuts. So they had some Can Company. There were, let's see, what were some of the other brands? I want to say Momenta, Jolie's. And then they had a lot of these punched out letters, and some of them are chipboard, and then some of them I believe are plastic. So I thought those were cool if you're gonna do layouts with words. And then in the Tim Holtz section, everything 40% off. I'm just curious if you guys know if the Tim Holtz jewelry line that had come out last year, if that's still going. I could not find any of that stuff, so I don't know if it's still available, but they did have it at JOANNS for a short time, and maybe it's mixed in with the mixed media now, but he did have some stuff that was particularly for jewelry, so I'm not really sure what happened with that. I did want to pull off this set of letterpress vintage wooden letters and numbers. Curious if you guys have tried those. I had not seen those before, so they could be old for all I know. I just hadn't noticed them before. So they had some of his washi stacks and just that area was stocked really well. So they had quite a few of the distress line, and hopefully JOANNS will start carrying the oxides. I haven't seen the oxides in there yet. I still just see distress inks. So they had a good range of his stencil and stamp collections. And then some more of Diane Reevely's and Distress Crayon. Then we moved into the Heidi Swap section. So she still has a lot of her Lightbox line. So that's all 40% off. Really cute, bright patterns. So I zoomed in. These are all mink accessories and stencils, all kinds of stuff, stickers, dimensional stickers, and some of her lettering stickers. They had a lot of really cute stuff of hers, and it was somewhat cleared out, but it looks like there's still plenty of selection. And I believe towards the end here, you're gonna see some of the Magnolia line, that really pretty vintage flowery Magnolia line that she has. So see how a lot of this is cleared out. I did pick up one of the gold foil bottles that you see right there. And there's a stack of her washi. Now this is the Magnolia line. Somewhat picked over. More washi. So these are all gonna be 40% off. And I thought I would show you guys some stuff in the punching section, like the crocodile. I would double check, but I believe that's gonna be 40% off. and they had quite a few of the Spellbinders dies. I'm actually not sure if the Spellbinders is going to be 40% off. I know dies a lot of times, like JOANNS won't let you use coupons on those and stuff, so I would double check before going to the store if that's what you're looking for in particular, but for sure Fiskars was 40% off. So all the paper cutters, punches, and yeah, so Fiskars, the scissors, all of that is going to be 40% off. And they have a pretty extensive range of Fiskars items. So this section was fairly picked over, but I wanted to show you the Fiskars stamp sets. They have some really cute stamp sets, some really pretty patterns. So there are more punches. I believe those are EK Success punches. And they had a lot in the jewelry section that was either clearance or... Actually, I think this was all clearance section. So lots of pendants, lots of boho and southwestern type stuff, and even some of the same brands that I saw at Tuesday Morning recently, like the Raw Charm brand they had. So they were fairly similar in price to Tuesday Morning as far as the bead strings and pendants, mostly between $3 and $4. So they just had some kind of cute random stuff and some paper stacks. Thought I would give you a closer look at some of the paper stacks here, just give you a sense of the pricing. Like they had this one stack that had punch-outable like die cut paper that you could use to make some three-dimensional flowers and shapes. So that one is Leah Griffith, and it was $9.97, just to give you an idea. So they had kid stuff, party stuff, tapes, just, oh, they had a whole bunch of duct tape. So some really pretty ones. Like this nature themed one is $4. Then they had some foil duct tape. That one was $3. And I wanted to point out this one. This is that matte gold or matte metal look. That one was either $3 or $4. And then they had a whole bunch of stuff for miniature fairy houses and miniature gardens. These were all marked down. So if you are interested in any of the miniatures, they had some really cute stuff, cute little tables and like garden, just all kinds of cute minis, all on clearance. And then on the flip side of the aisle, which we'll see here in a second, just wanted to show you a close-up of those cute little garden tables. They had the fairy houses, so you could make a little village. So like this little house, I want to say it was $10. I believe I showed the price on this one. I think that's about $7.47. They had some little bridges, This I usually do see in the clearance section quite often. This is the milk paints. So quite a few of those were still available. And I don't have a lot of experience with the milk paints, so I'm not really sure. So next up, I wanted to go into the art supply section. As far as I could tell, there wasn't anything in the art supply section that was on sale. You could use your 40% off coupon if you wanted to. I just thought I'd give you a quick little walkthrough of what's in the art supply section. I didn't see anything that stood out to me as new, but you might see something that catches your eye. So they did have a couple of their paintbrush sets on clearance. I picked up one of those. And then they had just kind of their traditional art stuff. There's their Simply Art brand that do a lot of palettes and kind of beginner sets of watercolors and acrylics. In the paper section, I checked to see if they might have any of the new paper pads. And the newest thing I've seen there is the Strathmore Vision line. They still had some of those. So I thought I would show you more of the pens and pencils and other writing instruments that they had. Like I said, as far as I know, this section was not on sale. So Sharpies, Pitt pens, colored pencils, and then just art accessory type stuff like sharpeners and erasers, charcoal. And we're coming up towards the end of the video here. I thought I would show you right up towards the registers we saw fabric quarters. So these are all half off. So yeah, like I said, through tomorrow there's an additional 25% off. I thought I would put that out there in case you want to grab some of your goodies. I hope you join me in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye!